Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jeffrey TV. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeffrey, and this is just a test. I just did about 8 minutes of brilliant commentary. And I'm working with this new OBS studio. And what had happened was I had the mic for the vid cam turned on, and I had an input, a line in for my interface device turned on, and it created an echo. So though the brilliant commentary is there, it's like a double voice echo. Basically what I said was that I'm skewed. I'm not 100% upright. I'm saying I feel like this. The events that are going on around me, regardless of how non-sympathetic or empathetic or uncaring or apathetic I am, still have an effect on me. This is the longest I've been in one hemisphere in 3 years. No plans to travel abroad this year, which I had kind of decided last year. I wanted to take a year off and just chill out. But this whole COVID-19 quarantine, working from home thing is definitely having an impact on me, positive and negative. I'm getting things done. As you can see, this beautiful set I created. CNN-esque. I love CNN. CNN, I'm not gonna lie, I just love the CNN look, and I try to get mine to look like that. Working with OBS Studio, the plugins, and working with that, keeping busy. Work is good. Financially stable. Weight is down. I'm doing pretty good. I mean, everything is good. Everything. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Everything is good. Everything is good. But I'm not right. And by not right means 75%, 65, 75% on the spiritual, whatever spiritual means, personality, energy-wise. It's like nothing. I mean, what are we doing here? It's like nothing. And in my previous video, I just did this. I just want to show off a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to go into the whole thing. I just want to show off a little bit. Something like this. You know, I just want to show y'all that I did this.
Uh-oh, Barry's still on it.
Lonnie Marshall, Barry Chenault, Sheila Brody, Elizabeth Lee, Mark Ray, Newell Wood gets on stage, Harvell. Mr. George Clinton is in the green room backstage. He comes out later. And I think he just left the stage, but yeah, I just wanted to show you that, show off a little bit. And I actually had a lot of good commentary. It just didn't come out. I had a lot of good commentary, and you know, I was talking about this and that. I'll have to replay it later, but I got to get ready to go get my steps in so I can do my job and make my money. And I guess the whole thing is, what, you know, the deep passions. Just to give a brief overview of what I said. All the passion out there, the polarity and outrage, and you know, we're watching because of the riots. I'll say because of the riots. Actually, it's because of the death of George Floyd. But because of the riots, the constant coverage of the riots is in our face the whole time. And the riots are I probably shouldn't say it entertaining. If you got nothing else to do, quarantine, so we can sit home and watch the riots. I watch KTLA, which gives some damn good local coverage. So I saw Van Nuys. I saw right up the street there, and during my lunchtime walk, I was able to walk up the street literally and get my steps in and see some of it. I and this is something else that I did. This is another one, all around the world for the funk. That was when I went to Egypt a couple of years ago. This was last year when I went to Tokyo, and now we're now I'm just here stuck in this hemisphere. Longest I've been in this hemisphere in 3 years. But that's okay. I mean, I'm not complaining. I know it sounds like I'm complaining. I feel like I'm complaining because that's where my energy is at. It's just, and it's not that I'm apathetic to what's going on. I mean, I probably am. Y'all know me. I probably just, it's not, I'm definitely not sympathetic to what's going on. I may even be apathetic to all that's going on. I don't feel like the world is ending or we're in peril or the United States is doomed or we're under attack or I'm under attack. I don't feel that. I don't feel that. But I do feel what does concern me is the polarity, the deep polarity and the deep passion on either end of the spectrum. And to be what seems to be that it seems that we're going to a place where we won't be able to communicate at a certain point. And people are getting in their own bubbles. People are blocking people. They're not talking. The discussion is over. It's easier just the cancel culture. If you say any right now, it's so hypersensitive racism wise. If you say anything racial, you can instantly cancel. And I mean by media or news or even your job. You say anything borderline provocative, it could be the end of your temporary end of your career. And I understand why people are sensitive right now. I'm seeing people out on the streets who seem like they shouldn't have anything to do with the George Floyd situation. To put it bluntly and probably politically incorrectly, young white teenage girls out there bawling their eyes out over this event. I know there's people who are empaths or sympathetic and who feel all this, and I get that. And they're sensitive to what's going on in the world, and it really troubles them, and it just devastates them, even how remote or far away or how maybe non-attached to that situation was. I've seen them on the streets just screaming and being vile. And another thing that just popped in my head, they say don't become what your enemy is or something like that. I'm starting to see a lot of that hate and anger that these people are presumably fighting against coming out in them, and in the media is not going to call them out. It's going to say they understand the frustration. Mayor Garcetti got on yesterday and was completely bunnies and rainbows passive, apologizing and super empathetic to the point it was sickening to me. There needs to be some enforcement. There needs to be some leadership. There needs to be some discipline in this. I sympathize with the act that started all this. I'm talking about the death of George Floyd. I understand people's emotions are raw right now, but to let it grow too much out of proportion to where we can't think rationally or discuss rationally about it, it's not helpful. And that's the part that troubles me, and that's the part that I'm like, okay, I'm stepping back. I don't, you know, I don't want to be a part of it. And part of that is because I'm okay. I I think I'm okay. I think my family's okay. I think, for the most part, the events that have been in the news, they happen. I'm not going to discount that, and they are tragic, and they do impact people. And I'm not even saying there's not a problem. I'm not saying there's not a problem. I'm not saying there's not a problem. Whether I feel there is or not right now is not the point. I'm not saying that there's not a problem. I'm saying the way it's going about being handled, I don't understand, to put it mildly. I don't understand how we as humans in society are handling this situation or going through it. And it comes back, I will say in another video, what difference does it make anyway? What does it matter? What does it matter in the long run? What is the point? And from there, I discuss what is the goal of humanity. Once we have a goal, we can determine strategies. Once we have strategies, we can determine or just use science or whatever to kind of indicate what is the best way to achieve that goal, what is the more productive way to achieve that goal. Also, what I was saying in the video before, there's no way we can universally say this is the goal of humanity. Humanity is way too diverse. No matter how divine or righteous or even, save the whale, save the puppies, you can't even say it's wrong to kill puppies universally. Even though we all know it's wrong to kill puppies, don't get me wrong. I'm not a puppy killer. I'm just saying something is benign and is obviously righteous and unbelievably should be evident. People would even use the word common sense. Something like that you cannot apply universally. So we'll never have a goal. Humanity will never have a goal, a single goal. And I don't think we should. We're going to have to be diverse. We're going to have to be conflicted. We're going to have up and down. We're going to have to have good and evil. There's going to be good and evil based on the different subjective ideas that people have. Some people are going to think one person is evil. One other person is going to think they're evil. There's no way around that. There's no way we're going to eliminate all that, and there's no way we're going to live in an utopia. I don't want it. Life should not be that simple. It should be diverse. It has to be diverse. I think the reason life survives is because it's diverse. It's so diverse. There's so many different ways and so many different thinking and thinking and perspective is human. And I think we need that too also. Life is diverse from a physical level, organisms, biology-wise, and also I think we need the diversity in thinking. And since we'll always have our Fox Newses and we'll always have our MSNBCs. We'll always have conflicting ideas. And we'll never be able to agree on a universal goal for humanity. And if we do, I don't know. I'm not sure how that'll look. I'm not sure how that will look. If we all agree, okay, all of us in the world agree this is the way we want to go. Okay, you can say, yeah, we want to have children. We want to raise our children right. We want to be safe. We want to be happy. We want this and that. Even something as benign, I don't know if the word is benign, but even as something as simple and common sense sounding as that cannot be applied to the entirety of humanity. Because every human being has a right to disagree with that or not understand that. And I guarantee there's some people whose brain is not wired to be happy, what we call happy and righteous. There are people who are not wired to be that, and we need that. Life needs to be that diverse because we do not know what or how or when or where that particular individual species of human or that brand of human or that strain of human is going to survive in the long term, millions of years. We do not know. Maybe the bunnies and rainbows people will survive because they weren't vegan. Or maybe the people who ate meat is going to survive because of a disease that killed people who didn't have red blood corpuscles. I don't know, something like that. We don't know. We do not know. We all can only have opinion. You can say, "Oh, eating meat is bad for you." Okay, maybe science does say that, but we don't know if a catastrophe comes up along that all of a sudden all the people who didn't eat meat don't have a certain vitamin in their blood and they die off. And we don't know. We don't know. We don't know if the affluent, the educated, the uneducated, the rednecks, the niggas, the super rich, the 1%, we don't know who's going to survive. We do not know. It's impossible to know what's going to happen. Hell, it was a meteor that killed the dinosaurs, and that's why we're here. Who would have saw that coming? We were a primate. And we were able to step back billions of years and see how everything evolved. I got to go anyway. My name is Jeffrey Scott Mitchell. I'm going to take y'all with the outro. I got to go. I got to get my steps, y'all. I got to get my steps. Swing on y'all 2 times. My name is Jeffrey Scott Mitchell. Hey,
Ladies
hey,
and
hey, hey.
Welcome to Jeffrey TV.